Welcome to the travel guide of Auckland, capital of New Zealand. Auckland has been having a moment lately, hosting the America's Cup last year and unveiling a spate of new developments. The most recent addition is Commercial Bay, which has revolutionized the CBD's retail and hospitality scene. There's also the reinvigorated Viaduct Harbour, with several new luxury hotel offerings, and the Britomart Precinct, an exquisite industrial transformation that has been 2 decades in the making. Regardless of these world-class developments, most of Auckland's charm lies in its natural beauty, with pristine beaches, verdant volcanic peaks, and twin harbours facing the Pacific Ocean and the Tasman Sea. International travelers often view Auckland as a stopover on the way to Queenstown or the Bay of Islands, but there are many reasons to make it a destination on any New Zealand itinerary and spend at least a few days experiencing all of the magical things it has to offer. Sky Tower is a tower for telecommunications, radio broadcasting, television, and an important tourist spot in Auckland, New Zealand, which receives a little more than 700,000 tourists a year. It stands 328 meters tall, is an icon of Auckland's skyline, and is an exciting hub of adrenaline activities such as sky jump or a place where to enjoy superb dining and breathtaking 360-degree views. At the base of the Sky Tower you will find the Sky City Auckland Entertainment Complex with restaurants, casino and a theatre. So when in Auckland, make sure not to miss this amazing attraction. Spanning over 64 hectares, Auckland Botanic Gardens is a beautiful and tranquil setting that's home to well over 10,000 plants from across the world. Auckland Botanic Gardens provide visitors with a chance to admire the rock garden, award-winning roses, the spring blossom valley, and the New Zealand native plant collection, including threatened native plants. The Botanic Gardens offer help to visitors looking for inspiration for their own gardens, with impressive collections of ornamental plants on display. International interest has been captured with a wide range of displays of native and introduced plants. The modern on-site cafe is a chance to relax and enjoy the views overlooking the garden. The Auckland Botanic Gardens are located 25 kilometers from downtown Auckland in Minurwa, South Auckland. The admission to the Auckland Botanic Gardens is free. In summer, gate opening hours are from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., whereas in winter, gate opening hours are 7 a.m. from 6 p.m. Karekare Beach gained wider attention due to its starring role in the 1993 film The Piano. The secluded black sandy beach is situated on the west coast of Auckland, 35 kilometers from downtown Auckland. The more popular Piha Beach that features the iconic Lion Rock is close by, and is a favorite amongst the surfing community is close by. However, on the way to Piha Beach, it's well worth taking a left turn off Piha Road and following the road to Karekare. The main car park is only a 10-minute walk from the beach, which can be accessed via a couple of different trails. From the car park to the beach also runs a stream with clear water. The picture-perfect, quiet beach features towering cliff headlands, large black sand dunes and powerful surf that make it such a photogenic location. Welcome to Auckland Museum. Auckland Museum is regarded as one of the finest museums in the Southern Hemisphere and is renowned for its unique collection of Maori and Pacific treasures. Housed in an historical building within a tranquil park, the museum tells the story of New Zealand as a nation, from award-winning natural history exhibits, to the museum's Maori Treasures Gallery displaying over 2,000 priceless Maori artifacts, including rare carvings, whole buildings, and the last great Maori war canoe carved from a giant totara tree. Whether you have an hour spare or a whole day, you will gain a deep understanding of New Zealand culture and heritage by visiting the iconic Auckland Museum. Housing the highest volcano in Auckland, this large park is an icon of the city, offering superb views of the city skyline and a fantastic 50-meter deep crater to explore. Mount Eden Domain is situated just 5 kilometers south of the CBD in the suburb of the same name. At its heart is the 196 meters high Mount Eden volcano, from the summit of which you can get one of the best views in New Zealand, especially at night. Also known as Maungahau, Mountain of the Wow Tree, the domain is a protected archaeological site, and is where the Maori built terracing and gardens, the remains of which you can still see today, one of the few remaining examples of Maori urban landscaping in the country. You'll also be able to see grazing cattle, if you're lucky enough, as well as explore some native bushland, unusual for somewhere so close to the city. Eden Park, located in Auckland, is the spiritual home of the All Blacks. The powerful New Zealand team had not lost a match at this ground since 1994, so the tension was especially high when the British and Irish Lions took on the team in their first and second tests, 24th of June and 8th of July. They also met the Auckland Blues here on 7th of June. Eden Park was founded in 1900 and is New Zealand's largest stadium. With a seating capacity of 60,000, the atmosphere is guaranteed to be electric. With 126 species and over 1,000 animals across 17 hectares of parkland, Auckland Zoo is New Zealand's largest home of wildlife, conveniently located just 5 minutes from central Auckland. Take an immersive journey through New Zealand's natural world at Te Whanui. 6 stunning habitats that showcase New Zealand's native wildlife, north to south and all in one place. There is lots to see and do all year round, including events, animal encounters, behind-the-scenes experiences and more. Every visit to Auckland Zoo helps build a future for wildlife, with money from ticket sales contributing to all the work done at the zoo, but also all around New Zealand and overseas. Opening hours. From 1st of September until 30th of April it is open daily from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., last admissions allowed until 4:15 p.m. From 1st of May until 31st of August it is open daily from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and chance of last admission is at 4:15 p.m. It is closed on Christmas Day. Admission price for adults is $28.50. Child, 4 to 14 years, is $14, infants, under 4 years, is free, senior citizens, ID required, it costs $24, for students, student ID required, and it costs $24. Tiritiri Matangi is one of only 2 scientific reserves in New Zealand that are open to the public. It has been created as a predator-free sanctuary to enable endangered species to thrive. There are 78 species of birds that have been seen on or near Tiritiri Matangi. These include little spotted kiwi, takai, kokako, stitchbird, tui, saddleback, North Island robin, brown teal, bellbird and fantail. The island is a highlight for birdwatchers. The island is rubbish-free. Take out what you bring in. There are no dustbins. There are toilets on the ferry, at the shop/lighthouse and at Hobbs Beach on the island. Smoking is not allowed except at the wharf and the lighthouse. Take the butts home with you. Animals are not allowed. There is a limit of 150 visitors a day. At busy times of year, the island ferry can be sold out and it is best to book a week ahead. Remember a hat, sunblock, some warm clothes and a rain jacket. Binoculars are useful for bird viewing. Auckland's seaside suburb of Devonport can be found on the north shore, the picturesque peninsula which forms the northern edge of the Viaduct Harbour. The Royal New Zealand Navy has a well-established base here and many Navy families consider themselves lucky to be living in such a beautiful part of New Zealand. Devonport is perhaps best known though for its harbourside restaurants and cafes and is a magnet for tourists and Aucklanders alike. The short 12-minute ferry trip from downtown Auckland often brings diners eager to sample the excellent seafood and superb New Zealand wines. At night, the return trip to Auckland is magical as the glittering city lights are at their best and the red-lit Sky Tower points the way home. Day trippers will enjoy the wide variety of antique and boutique shops, and no visit to Devonport is complete without a trip up Mount Victoria to marvel at the 360-degree views of the Viaduct Harbour and Auckland City. The military gun emplacements at North Head are also well worth a visit. Hunua Ranges Regional Park comprises of 14,000 hectares of native forest, making it Auckland's largest forested terrain. The park features the Hunua Falls, a popular natural attraction and much photographed waterfall, which is located at the end of Falls Road, a turnoff just before Hunua Village. The Hunua Ranges is also home to an enormous variety of plants, Animals and birds, including one of the rarest birds, the kokako and the hoaxetter, one of the world's most unusual frogs which makes no noise and does not have webbed feet. The park is an hour's drive southeast of Auckland City off State Highway 1. The two main accessible areas for visitors are the Hunua Falls and Waiora Reservoir, and the ranges area around Matangi and Mangata-Uru reservoirs. Maungakeki was the largest and most spiritually significant Maori-Pa fortified village prior to British arrival. At the top of this volcanic cone, at 182 meters high, there is an obelisk and epic 360-degree views of Auckland and its harbours. Maungakeki is an historic Maori name meaning Mountain of the Kiki, a native vine and valued weaving plant which once grew abundantly here. As well as being one of the city's largest volcanoes, Maungakeki or One Tree Hill was one of the most extensively developed Maori-Pa village settlements in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, and today it is one of the largest pre-European archaeological sites in New Zealand. It is also the site of the grave of John Logan Campbell, the father of Auckland, who gifted the 230-hectare area to the city in 1901. He also requested that a memorial be built to the dispossessed Maori people at the summit. Goat Island, the local name for Cape Rodney/Okakari Point Marine Reserve, was New Zealand's first marine reserve. It was established in 1975, and in less than 10 years it became a rich ecological area, teeming with fish and other sea life. Previously the area had been overfished, so this transformation illustrated the value of conservation. Beneath the waves, habitats range from rocky shores and sand flats to deep reefs, underwater cliffs and canyons. Each habitat has its own community of sea creatures. The best way to experience the reserve and its inhabitants is to get into the water. With a mask and snorkel you can explore the sand and rocks close to shore, while scuba divers can visit deeper areas further out. Divers need to be careful not to break off small fragile animals such as gorgonian fans, lace corals, and sponges. Some of these are hundreds of years old. In shallow areas of the reserve, particularly off the main beach, you will see many varieties of fish and shellfish. At low tide you can explore the rocky shore, taking care not to disturb rock pool creatures. Opened in 2017 in Matakana, north of Auckland, Sculptureum is a sculpture garden, art gallery, restaurant, and vineyard in one. The many animal sculptures in the gardens delight kids, while 6 indoor galleries display glasswork and abstract art interesting to adults. Sculptureum represents the extensive art collection of Anthony and Sandra Grant. Best described as quirky, the collection has been selected to amuse and delight visitors, who can wander the gardens that change with the seasons, admiring the many sculptures, and explore the 6 indoor galleries organized by media and theme. The on-site restaurant, Rothko, serves fresh seasonal produce accompanied by Sculptureum's award-winning wines, produced at their own vineyard. Piha is Auckland's most famous beach. Situated on Auckland's west coast, this wild and untamed black sandy beach is a favorite with surfers of all skill levels and tourists captivated by its rugged beauty. Piha is split into 2 beaches by the iconic and much photographed Lion Rock. Sitting on the edge of the Waitakere Ranges, this popular stretch of sand is approximately 45 minutes drive from downtown Auckland. The strong currents mean swimmers should keep between the flags while lifeguards keep a watchful eye over the unpredictable waters. Close to the beach, the Kite Falls are one of the most photographed waterfalls in the Waitakere Ranges. The falls feature 6 drops that feed into a large pool at the bottom and can be accessed by walking tracks found at the end of Glen Esk Road. Facilities at Piha Beach include the surf school, a camping site, a general store, cafe and free parking. Batch Winery, Waihake's newest state-of-the-art, gravity-fed winery. Exceptional wine and food experiences, seasonal plates and high tea and bubbles and sunset dining year-round at Thomas's Bach Vineyard Restaurant. Established in 1998. 3.5 hectare steep north-facing vineyard, planted with Chardonnay with small parcels of Syrah and Pinot Gris. A hilltop vineyard situated on Carson's Hill, overlooking the Matangi Valley. The vines are planted in low fertility, iron-rich clays, produced from weathered ancient Jurassic bedrock. The site is diverse, multiple aspects create wines with intensity and complexity. Maritime salt-laden winds bring umami flavors to the wines. Waihake's highest vineyard with spectacular views over the Gulf Islands. Surrounded by sun-soaked hillsides of vines, including terraces of traditional, elegant vines. Batch Winery creates small batches of wine under Thomas Legacy, Thomas's Bach and Fizz sparkling wines. Hand-picked grapes, small batches and wine transferred by gentle gravity flow to produce quality wines. New Zealand's biggest art gallery is the best place to spend a day, admiring the unparalleled collection of local art, alongside some impressive international pieces. Entry to the main collection is free, and you could spend hours wandering the spaces. Afterwards, head to the Federal Delicatessen to try their famous chicken salad sandwich. Make sure to use the dipping gravy on the side, and wash it down with a bottomless filter coffee. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and find it informative. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share our videos.